Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to discuss about the case study on short column effect due to earthquake. You all know what is column. It is a vertical compressive member. The column has been defined as long column and short column. It is purely based on the slenderness ratio. So before going to the column, you all should know what is slenderness ratio. So we have already discussed in the class what is slenderness ratio. So the column, whenever it is less than 12, that is length to the least lateral dimension is less than 12, or length to the radius of gyration is less than 45, we call it as short column. If it is greater than 12 and greater than 45, we call it as long column. So short column you can see in all the corridors and in some places where the height is very low, or in like a landslide areas like Ooty and all. So in such cases you can go for short column. But what is the difference between these two columns? In long column there may be a buckling, and in short column, in laboratories, whenever we test the short column, we can always see the head failure. And also it is so stiff, so it will absorb the lateral forces easily. So the failure is very high in this kind of columns, that is short columns. So we will see what happens to the short column due to the lateral forces or due to the earthquake. So this is short column effect. This is an implicit and explicit examples I have given here. In the first picture, you can see in picture A, it is a sloped ground. So they don't want to dig all the portions and construct a building. So what they did is, because also it is a rocky area, so it is tough to dig also. So what they did is they have taken the tall column at the one side and short column at the other side. So this kind of short columns will be occurring in the area of hilly areas like Ooty and all. In the second picture, you can see the regular columns has been given, but in between there will be a mezzanine floor. That is, this kind of floors, you can see a loft like low roof structures and all. If any in between floors they have given for any purposes, the column become short. The height usually we go for 10 feet in a building, but if a mezzanine floor or anything like that, or 3 to 4 feet at the top, a floor will be given. So the column becomes short because the column has been split into two. Second one, you can see an opening at the top. The portion of column restrained from moving is the one portion, and the topmost portion where you can see a brick fill at the half of the portion they have given, and the top portion they have left out. This kind of thing you can see in the corridors where the what is that wall called, hand wall, like the students should not fall from there. So there will be a wall will be given at the half of the portion, and the top portion it is left out, and that portion is called the short column portion. But in the other things you can see all the regular columns are there. So this kind of short column gives having a lot of problems whenever a lateral forces occurs to the structure or a building. We will see one by one. So here you can see short column effect due to staircase. So the staircase landing slab will be at the half the portion of the column. In the second picture, this is due to earthquake at Bhuj happens. So you can see all the staircase portion was totally collapsed because of this short column effect. What they did is they have given landing at the center of the column at all the floors. You can see clearly that the short column was failed because the staircase was a landing slab has been merged with the column. So what happens? The column become two portions in a single floor. So the column become, instead of long column, it become short column. Hence the due to the earthquake or lateral force, it become failed. So what is the difference between this short column and long column effect? So you all know force is equal to stiffness into K into displacement. So lateral stiffness is 12 EI by L cube. Tall column, what happens when horizontal forces occurs, there will be a displacement or drift will happens to that particular column, it will move. But short column attracts larger horizontal forces. Short column attracts larger horizontal forces, so the displacement will be very large. Tall column and a short column of same cross section move horizontally by same amount of displacement. However, the short column is stiffer as compared to the tall column or long column, and it attracts larger earthquake force. Stiffness of a column means resistance to deformation. The larger is the stiffness, larger is the force required to deform it. If a short column is not adequately designed for such a large force, it can suffer significant damage during an earthquake. This behavior is called short column effect. The damage in these short columns is often in the form of X-shaped cracking. This type of damage of columns is due to shear failure. So the stiffness is more in the short column. Due to that only, whenever a lateral force or horizontal force or an earthquake load makes the column to displace, you can see the displacement of the same cross section column may be same, but whenever it is a long column, it is having a capacity to stagnate. But whenever it is a short column, it attracts larger horizontal force. Hence the deformation makes the short column to fail. So I have already mentioned that this kind of corridors and all, you can see the short column. If short and tall columns exist within the same story level, then short columns attract several times larger earthquake force and suffer more damage as compared to the taller ones. Yes, I have already told, it is more stiff and also it attracts more earthquake load. Second picture, you can see short column between lintel and sill level of window. I have already told the short column, due to the effect of earthquake and all, the effect of the column failure is there may be a X-shaped failure. This you can see in the second picture. Effective height of column over which it can bend in restricted by adjacent walls. This short column effect is most severe when opening height is small. Again, the short column damage due to the half of the portion was filled by brick infill, and the top portion was left out, and it became a short column. And due to the short column, the displacement was large. You can see there is a movement in the column because of the earthquake. And also in the second picture, the same thing was happened. You can see that column actually it was broken, it was collapsed totally because of the short column effect due to earthquake. In the next picture, you can see the column was affected because of short column effect, and you can see the buckling in the reinforcement and all. It was clearly shown that it was totally buckled and the column was totally collapsed. So while going for short column, you should be very careful, and you can at least you can avoid short columns in the very high buildings and all. Okay students, I think you understood what is short column and how it affect the building during earthquake. Thank you.